comfortable seat and hoping that your mat is already rolled out. Good morning to those who are with us this morning on Facebook Live. My name is Gina, and I will be guiding you through this morning's yoga practice. But I'd like to just start by saying, I know how you feel. It's a very strange time in our country, in our world. And some of us are frightened, some of us are frustrated, some of us are confused. Some of us are actually enjoying the isolation. But the matter at hand is not just this virus, but what the virus is asking of us and why it showed up, individually and collectively. If you've been watching news, and I watch it very sporadically because I personally find it anxiety provoking, I did see something really positive that was this shot of the world from space and showing how all of the emissions and the gases have lessened and how the Earth is pretty happy right now. And I think that's really at its core what this is about. So as we sit in our homes and as we hopefully do some introspective work, and not just wonder about how much we're going to take once we're allowed out of our homes, but rather what are we going to give back? What have we been missing? How have we been greedy? In yoga practice, we call that a parigraha, which is hoarding and taking and me, as opposed to ahimsa, which is non-harming. And we are human, and we do have needs, and those needs are valid. But I think at the very core of this is, how much do I need? How can I shrink my footprint? How can I be more gentle with the earth? Not only to enjoy it and respect it now, but to have it there for our children and our children's children. So we're going to start this morning with those thoughts sort of floating around, but take them out of your thinking mind here and see if you can move them down into your feeling body, into your heart. And see if here you can soften, that you can allow these ideals to be considered. And then allow your eyes to close in this comfortable seat, or depending how you feel this morning, it may not be a comfortable seat, but try. And as your eyes close, allow them to turn inward to your own beautiful, unique self. Just take a few natural rhythmic breaths. Try not to alter anything. It's an opportunity to recognize and become aware of how you're feeling in this moment, just right now. And I invite you to receive this guided meditation. Some of it may resonate, some may not. The invitation is not to resist anything, but just to allow. Become aware of your body. Take a deep breath into your center. Bring your loving attention to your body. Notice, what are the sensations of your body? Run your attention all the way over your body, the different parts. Just notice what's happening. There may be places in your body that feel relaxed, places that feel tense. Just notice. No judgment. No need to change anything. Just bring your loving attention to your body. Notice the temperature, where in your body you may feel warm or cold. Maybe you notice tingling or places that feel numb or blank. Just notice. And ask your body, what do you need from me today? In this moment, what does your body need or want? Listen to what your body is telling you. And notice how it feels to be listening to your body. Take a moment to acknowledge and appreciate your body for all that it does for you, for how it's a source of amazing information and wisdom. Take a moment to appreciate some of the qualities of your body. And say softly out loud, thank you, body. And notice how your body responds to your gratitude. And now bring your attention to your intellect. Notice what's happening for your intellect in this moment. Just tune in and notice any thoughts or opinions, whatever might be going on in your mind right now. No judgment. Just bring your loving awareness to your intellect. There is nothing you need to change. Tune in and ask your intellect, what do you need from me today? It could be something very simple, like just being heard by you. Listen for your intellect's answer. Take a moment to remember now some of the amazing qualities of your intellect. That's right. Bring your loving appreciation to your intellect and say softly out loud, thank you, intellect. And notice how your intellect responds to your gratitude. And now bring your attention to your emotional self. Tune in and notice what you are feeling in this moment. There may be more than one feeling happening. Again, just notice. No attempt to change or fix, just awareness. And notice how old is your emotional self today. And ask your emotional self, what do you need from me today? And if your emotional self is younger than your current age, take a moment to grow up your emotional self to your current age. No judgment. Just gently bring your emotional self to the age you are today. This will help you to connect to your inner resources, having an emotional adult present with you. And you know there is always a child within you, and you always have access to that child. And take a deep breath into your emotional adult. With great tenderness, take a moment to acknowledge this part of you for its resilience, for its vulnerability, for its courage. Call to mind some of the qualities you appreciate about your emotional self. And say softly out loud, "Thank you, emotional self." And notice how this part of you responds to your gratitude. And then bring your awareness to your spiritual self, the source of your wisdom and creativity, your intuition and wholeness. Call to mind some of the unique, beautiful qualities of your spirit and breathe into the presence of your spiritual self. Feel your spiritual self alive, present, embodied. Take a deep breath into your center and shift your body posture to take on the embodiment of the presence of your spiritual self. You are spirit embodied. Your spiritual self is always present, always here to guide you. Ask your spiritual self in this moment for a message. It may come in words, an image, a color, a felt sense. Receive a message from your spirit and trust whatever comes. And take a moment now to thank this wise, magnificent, unprogrammed aspect of you for all the many ways it guides you in your life, all the wisdom, creativity, and love it brings you. Thank you, spiritual self. And now take a deep breath and gently bring your awareness back to your body here in your room. Being supported by the earth. Take another cleansing breath and tune into what you are feeling in this moment. And find a word or two for it. And staying present to your inner state, become present to the room around you as you gently open your eyes. And that lovely guided meditation is courtesy of the Hoffman process, the quadrinity check. Please join your palms together now and take a moment to create your intention for practice this morning. And together we will honor intention to the sound of Om one time. Take a deep breath in. And with gratitude for this day, allow your eyes to open. Namaste. Give a little namaste to yourself. Beautiful. And go ahead, lie down, please, on your mat. And just take a nice stretch, whatever that means for you. Maybe there's an audible sound that you release as you stretch. It doesn't have to be a posture. It just has to be a movement that allows you to feel more free, more connected. And see if you can take a piece of that meditation, or maybe more than a piece of it, and infuse it into your asana. Good. And then from here, breathe out and draw your knees in towards your chest. Good. Feel free to make any other movement of your own. It can be organic. Maybe you'd like to extend the legs up. Maybe you'd like to take a happy baby. Maybe just having your knees to your belly feels good enough. And breathe. Inhale fully, feel your belly expand. Exhale completely, feel your belly soften. Good. And then exhale, release your left foot to the ground and inhale your right leg to the sky. And see if you can clasp your fingers behind your lifted thigh and be gentle. If your leg needs to be lower towards the mat, that's fine. Your hamstrings may be a little sleepy. Otherwise, if your hamstrings are naturally long, feel free to extend the heel towards the sky. Hip and heel line up. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. Take a deep breath out. See if there's any room to draw your left toes towards your gaze. Nice and easy. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, and draw inward. Good. Beautiful. Take another deep breath. Flex your lifted toes. And then exhale, bend your left knee and bring the outer edge of your left foot right foot, right on top of your left thigh. Good. Take a deep breath in and then draw your left thigh towards your belly. Your heel and your knee now align and your hands come behind your left thigh. Good. Take a deep breath in. Open up your right knee away from you. Deep breath out. Draw your left knee towards you. So I'm mirroring you, and that's why in the beginning it might have gotten a little confusing. Good. If you'd like a little bit more of a stretch in your left leg, feel free to extend it to the sky. Up to you. You can keep it bent or straighten the knee. And again, feel the opposition of opening right knee away from you and draw left knee towards you. Nice stretch in the right hip. Beautiful. Inhale now, extend the left leg if it isn't, and then meet the right leg up to left. So straight legs up to the sky. And then very slowly with your arms beside you, nice and long on the mat, take a deep breath in and start to release both legs down towards the mat. A little bit of core work here. Try not to engage your shoulders or your neck. And then just completely let go as you reach the ground and say, ha, and just notice the release and the softening, as well as the energy created from the stretch. Big breath in, feel the belly rise. Big breath out, soften. Good. And then go ahead, exhale, bend your knees, plant your feet down, and we'll take it to the other side. So inhale, left leg all the way up to the sky. Feel free to clasp your fingers behind the lifted thigh, or you can just allow your arms to be by your side. Inhale, reach in two directions. Left hip down, left heel up. Feel the stretch. And then exhale. If there's any room, you'll draw the toes towards your gaze. Be gentle. We don't force or push. Allow the body to open in its own time using the breath as the vehicle for the opening. Another inhale as you lengthen your leg in two directions. And an exhale to draw the left toes towards you. Good. Inhale here one more time, lengthen. Exhale, bend your left knee, open it outward, and bring your left ankle on top of your right thigh, and draw the thigh in now. Good. So the inhale opens left knee away from you. Exhale draws the right thigh towards you. And again, hopefully feel a stretch in your left hip, maybe even in the glute min. Nice stretch there. Breathe in, especially if you've been isolating without doing much movement, right? This is your gift to yourself on Sunday, March 29th. Nicely done. And again, if you'd like to lift, or straighten, I should say, the right knee and extend the leg towards the sky, pigeon pose on the back. Feel free to do that. Another deep breath in here. Breathe out. Nice. Relax your arms by your side. Inhale, extend left leg to meet right. If the legs are up now. And then very slowly release both legs evenly towards the earth and try to stretch and lengthen as you lower. And then just release with a gentle sigh. Let go. And notice how your body appreciates the asana practice. From here, breathe out, knees come in towards you, and just roll over to your side so that you can start to come up onto your hands and your knees. Right into tabletop position. So make sure that you're aligned here. Alignment is super important in our practice. So again, fingers are wide, wrists and shoulders aligned, knees underneath your hips, curl your toes, take a breath in, look forward, send your sitting bones up and soften your belly as your low back makes a curve. Exhale, point your toes, draw your navel in and dome your spine, relax head and neck. Again, curl the toes, look up, shoulders slide back, bum lifts towards sky. Exhale and round. Good. Take another 2 more at your own pace of breath and make it really yummy. Your own. Feel free to pause in one or the other pose if it feels good to take an extra breath there. Beautiful. And then go ahead, come to your neutral spine. Extend your right leg back behind you as if you're in a half plank position. Curl all 5 toes into the mat. Good. Draw your navel up as you engage your core and keep that as you bring your left leg to meet your right in an upper push-up position, plank pose. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, bend your knees some, pop your bum up, and exhale back into downward facing dog. Good. Pedal your heels out here. If you need to make any adjustments, that's fine. I always love moving into down dog through plank because plank pose aligns your dog. Beautiful. Nice. Good. Inhale once again, come to your plank. Good. And then exhale, lower down just your knees. Your bum moves up towards the sky. And then exhale your chest and your chin down to the mat. Good. Breathe in, lengthen your legs, slide forward, land your pelvis as you lift your gaze for cobra. And then exhale, curl your toes and press back, downward facing dog. Your choice, you can walk, step, jump, or hop your feet to the top of your mat. And then fold when you get there into Uttanasana. So in Uttanasana, make sure that your fingers touch something. Don't let your hands dangle. So fingertips can touch blocks if you have them, the floor, and you can bend your knees a lot so that your fingers can touch the floor if your hamstrings are tight, no problem. From here, keep your hands where they are as you lengthen your spine and inhale halfway up to a flat back. And then as you exhale, bow down again. Good. Try it one more time. Inhale, look up and lengthen. And exhale, fold. Feel free to drape your belly right onto your thighs. Relax your head and neck. Hands are resisting. On the inhale, rise up Arms reach out to the sides, up overhead. And exhale to namaste. And just take a moment here with your eyes closed. Notice what it feels like to be upright. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. And then find Tadasana, mountain pose. Press down into the earth through the four corners of your feet. Draw your kneecaps up and level your pelvis. Shoulders over hips. Palms face forward. Chin is level to the earth and the crown of the head lengthens up through the space above. And just feel this magnificence here. Your inner strength, your inner knowing, introspective time. What are you going to do to make change in a positive way when we all come together once again? Inhale, reach your arms out to the sides, up overhead. Exhale, swan dive over your legs and fold. Inhale, look up, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back behind you. Lower your back knee down. And when you're organized, inhale and rise up, arms reach right into your low lunge. Good. Take an inhale here, sweep your arms behind you, interlace fingers, and see if you can bring the heels of your hands together as you lengthen your elbows. And draw the heart up, gaze up. If you've been sitting a lot in front of your computer or your TV screen, take an exhale and bring your left knee forward of your ankle. Stretch the psoas here. Deep breath in as the arms reach back up to the sky. And exhale, hands to frame your front foot. Step back to your plank position. Upper push-up. Deep breath in. Lower your knees to the ground. Your chest and your chin come forward and down. Elbows hug the rib cage. Good. Inhale, slide through, come into your cobra. If you feel like an upward dog, that's to you. Exhale, downward dog. Press back and take a breath. Inhale here. Exhale. So it's also a wonderful opportunity to notice where you may have been holding tension or are currently holding tension in your body, right? When we come into places of unknown and uncertainty, we get tense and we stress. Take a deep breath in, look between your hands. Take a deep breath out, bend your knees and lift your hips. Good. Inhale, you can walk, step, or hop forward to the top of your mat. And when you get there, just fold forward and let go. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up, arms reach. And exhale to namaste. Deep breath in. And deep breath out. Good. Inhale. This time, press your palms up overhead as you inhale. Exhale. Draw the palms down the midline as you fold back into Uttanasana. Inhale. Look up and lengthen. Exhale. Bow. Step your left foot back behind you this time. And lower your back knee to the mat. Good. If you need padding, it's fine to find a blanket or some kind of cushion for the knee. And when you're ready, the inhale lifts the arms straight up. Press into the big toe ball mound of your right foot and hug your inseams, the legs, towards each other, just for stability. Once again, inhale, arms come behind you. Now, if you'd like a different variation because your shoulders are relatively open, feel free to take opposite elbows with opposite hands, or even reverse namaste. Trying to meet sensation. So once sensation is realized, That's when we go into deeper or more advanced postures to find where that tension has run to. Good. From here, exhale, bring right knee forward of the ankle and feel a nice, beautiful stretch. Breathe in. If you feel balanced, arms can reach. If you're enjoying your shoulder stretch, stay where you are. And then exhale, hands to frame your front foot and step back to plank position. Good. Deep breath in your plank. Here's a choice. You can exhale, knees, chest, chin, or all the way to your belly, or even a chaturanga if you're familiar. Take your cobra or lead with your upward dog. Exhale, press back to your downward dog. And breathe. Beautiful. Close your eyes and feel. Feel your body. Feel your intellect. Feel your emotional child and your spiritual self. Maybe they're starting to feel more balanced, more friendly. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, bend your knees slightly. Good. Take an inhale and walk or step forward to the top of your mat. Jump is nice. And exhale to fold. Good. Inhale, reach your arms out to the sides, all the way up overhead. And exhale, namaste. Close your eyes and feel. Beautiful. If you're not at the top of your mat, walk there. And once again, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, walk, step, hop, or jump to downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, lift your right leg nice and high. Bend the knee and stack your right hip on top of your left hip. Flex your lifted foot, press into your fingerprints a lot. And then gaze between your hands, slide the right foot forward. Exhale, spin your back heel down, and see if you can cartwheel yourself up into second warrior. Breathe. Good. So take a moment now that you're lifted. Lift your toes. Make sure the edges of your feet press down and lift the arches. And keeping that, lower your your toes down. Make sure arms are level and active. Maybe take a little bit of a heel toe widening with your left foot to sit your hips down a little bit more. Shoulders track your hips. And then as you gaze over right fingertips, breathe in and spin right palm up. Exhale, right arm to the sky, left arm down your back leg. And take a beautiful windswept warrior, peaceful warrior, spiritual warrior. Inhale, come back through second. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Your choice. You can stay right here in down dog, or you can take your vinyasa into plank and move through. It's up to you. Down dog is where we meet. Second side, take a deep breath in, left leg, extend it up and back. Good, bend your lifted knee and stack the hips. Take an inhale, look forward between the hands, glide left foot all the way through, and this time spin back heel down. So your left foot is forward, your back heel is down, and cartwheel yourself right up into second warrior. Nice. And then just settle yourself. Any adjustments? If you don't feel balanced, see if you can find the left heel and your right arch in an imaginary line. Generally speaking, that finds a balanced stance. Good. And then take an inhale, spin the front palm up. Exhale, slide it back. Windswept warrior. So take the right arm down the back leg, left arm up, and sit a little deeper. Find those nooks and crannies in the body that start to hold tension as you express it from other areas, right? Body's kind of brilliant. So notice where that tension moves to and see if you can meet it with gentleness. Beautiful. Take an inhale here, come back to your second warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the earth. And once again, step back into your downward facing dog. Your choice, you can come to plank and move through, or you can be static in down dog and regulate your breathing pattern. Beautiful. And then just step your feet forward to where your hands are. Right into your Uttanasana. Nice. Bow and let go. Remember, exhalations really engage the parasympathetic nervous system and calm us down. So nice deep exhalations, not just through your practice, but through your days. We don't know how long we're going to be where we are, sheltered in place. So use your practice in all of its multitude of ways, not just physically. Inhale, reach the arms out to the sides and up overhead, come all the way up to stand. And exhale to namaste. And feel. And notice. What are you releasing? And will you allow it to be gone? And from here, let's come into a nice, easy balance. Excuse me. If you notice that your balance is a little off today, that's perfectly fine. You can find a wall, or you can just modify the pose. So we're going to come into tree pose, Vrikshasana. So please bring your hands to your hips. Your feet will be about a fist width apart. And go ahead, start to list over to the left leg, activate it, engage it, keep it in Tadasana. And then you'll take your right foot, exhale and lift it off the ground. Notice your balance right away. And you can accommodate what's real by either pressing the right toes to the mat and the right heel against the left ankle. That's if your balance is a little shaky. You could also place the right foot inside the left calf or shin. And if you're feeling super balanced, lift the right foot all the way up into the inner thigh. Make sure your hips and your shoulders are forward, facing forward. Doesn't matter if the knee is not outward and all the way open. If your balance is there, go ahead and lift the arms or take any arm variation that supports you. And make sure you also find a gaze. So in balance, we have gaze and breath, drishti and prana, married and happy. And then exhale, release your arms to your sides, then bring your palms to prayer. Good, take a deep breath in. Exhale, turn right knee forward and release the foot to the ground. Nice, strong left leg. You can feel it softening here. And we'll take it to the other side. If bringing your hands to your hips is supportive, do that. Otherwise, keep your hands in prayer as you bring activity to your right leg and lift your left foot up. Make sure you're breathing and try not to lean back. Your right thigh now, press it back so that you can stay vertical. And then depending on how the balance feels here, you can either mimic the first side or change it, right? The two halves of our body are different, and that's okay. And again, if you're feeling balanced, arms may reach, maybe they don't. It doesn't matter. Relax your tongue, relax your eyes, soften, the face. Just keep your intention very, very alive through the breath. Another inhale as you root down and rise up. Exhale, release your arms to your sides. Bring your palms to namaste. Good. Take a deep breath in as you turn the left knee forward and release the left foot to meet right. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. So from here, let's come back to the mat. Come down onto the mat and lie on your back once again. And just take a pause here, maybe a 10-second pause to check in. You can be static and still if that serves, or you can maybe move into something natural that your body is asking of you. Good. Take a deep breath out. Once again, bend the knees and flatten feet to the floor. Make sure your feet are slightly apart. Good. Let's come into a moving bridge pose here. So, with your knees up and your feet down, inhale and lift your arms up and back behind you. At the same time, you lift your bum way high off the mat. Try not to separate your thighs or your knees. I mean, they are separated, but just try not to allow them to spill open. And then exhale and bring everything down at the same time. Inhale, arms reach, hips lift nice and high. And exhale, bring everything down slowly. So it's up to you to create the pace that works for you, but just remember that the breath initiates the movement and the movement ends because the breath has. And the exhale initiates the movement and the movement ends because the breath has. Good. Take 2 more at your own pace of breathing. Think about your knees moving forward as opposed to apart. And at the very top of the next movement, as you lift up, see if you can now slide your arms underneath your body. Clasp your hands and see if you can move a little side to side. I'll do it this way so you can see. So that you can bring your arms as close to your spine as possible and feel that the shoulder blades sort of roll up to open the chest. Good. Lift your chin, press into the 4 corners of your feet, and close your eyes and breathe. Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose, huge back bend right behind the heart. And maybe in these times we've been closing the heart. Maybe we've been fearful. So allow this pose to remind you that living fearlessly is what moves us through authentically. Take 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, release your arms out to the sides and slowly lower your spine down from the top to the bottom. And then inhale to extend your right leg, your left leg, and be. Once again, notice and feel sensation. And the final pose today will be a twist before we move into final relaxation. So twists are optional. There's many of them. You can draw your knees in towards your belly. And you can roll knees and Over to the right side and stack knees and ankles, and then inhale and open your arms wide. Or you can extend one leg long, bring the opposite knee in, and cross it over towards the long leg side for a knee down twist. Once again, arms open wide. Or maybe there's a posture you need that isn't a twist, and that's fine too. But if it is a twist, make sure you take both sides. Deep breaths. And keep yourself soft if you're in a twist. There's a surrender here. And again, a reminder that if you're doing a twist, make sure you shift and take the second side. And once you feel complete, meaning there may be one other movement or posture you need before you can find Shavasana, you'll do that. Otherwise, feel free to prepare for corpse pose. So in Shavasana, the eyes close down. The body is long and soft and heavy. Arms are slightly away from the body with the palms face up. Front body melts down into the back body. Let go and breathe. Allow a deeper breath to guide you back to the surface. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Gently move your head from side to side. Motion to fingers and toes. Many. Draw your knees towards your belly and softly roll yourself over to the right side and make your way up to a comfortable seat, Sukhasana. And just take a moment here to notice how you feel. To thank yourself for taking the time to honor your life through your practice. Please draw your palms together now and bow your head. And let's just take a moment to silently pray for all of those doctors and nurses and first responders, all of the people who are considered essential businesses that are taking care of us and risking themselves to do so. These are our fellow citizens. These people are us. And may they stay safe, may they stay well, and may we all heal and emerge stronger, more considerate, more compassionate, more mindful. And we honor these intentions to close practice to the sound of Om. Take a deep, full breath in. Shanti, peace. Please lift your head and open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you, guys. All of you out there who I can't see. I hope that it was a good experience for you and that it leads the rest of your day with positivity and with joy. See you soon.